What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. On this week's video, we are going to be exploring some new waters with Google Maps. Now, before I get this video kicked off and before we get to the very first spot of the day, I realized that a lot of people on YouTube, a lot of fishing content creators have done this video. But I figured it'd be my turn to give the old Google Maps challenge a try, so that's what we're gonna do in today's video. So the first spot that we found on Google Maps is a little creek arm off of a lake that's pretty close to where I'm at right now, pretty close to where I'm going to school. There's a bunch of docks, there's piers, there's a good amount of structure in this little creek arm. So that's where we're gonna start today's video off. I'll pop up some footage of me finding the spot on Google Maps right now, just so you guys know that this is a completely new spot and that I've never fished here before. This is all new to me. It's a little creek arm, like I said, off of a lake. But without further ado, we're gonna take the old pond hopping mobile, I guess lake hopping mobile today, or wherever Google Maps takes me mobile. And we are going to get to the very first spot of the day. So not gonna waste any more time. We're gonna go ahead, hit the road. So I will meet you guys at spot number 1. Well, we have made it to the very first spot of the day, and I didn't actually know this, but there's like a separate pond kind of next to the creek that I want to fish. So we're gonna go ahead and give that a try first. We're gonna fish the little pond first. Now, I don't know if there are actually fish in here because, like I've been saying, this is a Google Maps challenge. I've never been here before. So people might walk past and think I'm stupid for fishing here, but I mean, it looks pretty fishy. It's worth a shot. I think I'm gonna go ahead and throw around a crawl for a little bit, maybe a top water as well. I'll probably start off with a top water actually. And then if we don't catch anything, we'll go ahead and fish what we actually are here to fish. Yeah, I think this pond is super shallow and super grassy, because there's no like algae on top of the water. There's no stuff on top of the water, and my whopper plopper's picking up stuff, so it's picking up algae. So I think this pond is super shallow and super grassy. What we're gonna go ahead and do is walk over this hill up here, because that's actually the area that I want to fish. In the meantime, we're gonna be throwing around the glide bait, specifically the Guggenz rival. I've been trying to catch a fish on this for a long time and just haven't been able to do it yet. Maybe today's the day. But this spot looks really good, dude. Really good. That glide bait looks super good in this water too. If there's a big old 8-pound female back here, she's gonna eat the glide bait. It just looks too good. Is that a fish? That's a fish. That's a fish. That's a bass. Hold on. There's a bass on a bed. There's a bass on a bed. Where is he? There he is. No way. Dude, that's a big bass too. That's a big bass too. That's like a 5-pounder. Come on, brother. How to get frayed line 101. Oh my gosh. Welcome back to another episode of I Suck at Fishing. Jeez Louise. Well, the lake/creek mission was a no-go. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna hop back on Google Maps, maybe try to find some ponds or some other creeks. And yeah, man, it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle for sure. We've seen some fish. We saw that really nice one on a bed, which was probably about 4 to 5 pounds. Just couldn't get him to eat. I'd reel it up to him and he'd kick off and he wouldn't come back for a while. So it is what it is, but we're gonna go ahead and bounce up out of here. Maybe try to fish some ponds, because that's my A game. That's where I really thrive, if you will. I really thrive at ponds. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hop back on Mass. see if we can find some ponds in our area. And yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, we catch a nice one at some of these ponds. Well guys, we're gonna go ahead and hop back on maps like I was just saying. The creek mission obviously was unsuccessful. We saw fish, but we just couldn't get them to eat. That one that we saw on bed was honestly pretty good sized. And yeah, I just couldn't get them to eat. I mean, it is what it is. But now we're gonna go ahead and try to look for some ponds. I see a golf course that we could try. I don't really know if I want to get kicked out of anywhere. I'm really not in that type of mood, if you know what I'm saying. There's some other ponds right here that we could try too. It looks like it's a little chain of neighborhood ponds. So I guess that's what we're gonna go ahead and do. We're gonna go ahead and drop the pin right there. 13 minutes away. That's not bad at all. So we're gonna go ahead, hit the road, and I'll see you guys at spot number 2. Well, we have arrived to spot number 2. I'm gonna go ahead and get started off with a chatterbait, and we don't have very much time. We do not have much time at all, so we need to get some bites like now. So I'm gonna try to cover some water, see if I can pick off any on the chatterbait. I may throw around a top water, because like I said earlier today, we got some really good top water conditions. But yeah, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to lock in and hunker down, and hopefully there's a fish. There's a fish. That's a good one. Oh my gosh, no way. He clobbered it, dude. That's a pretty good one. Come here. Come here. Okay, he's not as big as I thought, but we will take it. I mean, as I'm explaining what I'm gonna be doing, we catch a fish. And that's our first cast too. That was our very first cast. You gotta freaking love that. That's not a terrible fish either, actually. Gonna go ahead and get him undone and sent back. Man, that is a good sign. Very good start too. One more look at him, we're gonna send him right back. That's probably about a pounder. See you, buddy. Take care now. Whew. Oh, what are you doing, guy? What do you do? You need a little help? You need a little help, Buster? There he goes. Well, that is an excellent start. An excellent start. I almost want to take another cast. Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna take another cast right now. I mean, that was a great sign, dude. Great sign. That was a healthy fish too. Absolutely clobbered the chatterbait. I was kind of losing hope there for a little while, but man, we finally got one. We got one, dude. Let's go. And when I tell you that fish clobbered that chatterbait, he was all over it. What the f is that? Dude, what the f is going on? Okay, I don't know if you guys saw what just happened, but this kid came in on a golf cart, and as I was getting ready, they were like looking at me and stuff because I was getting ready to fish this pond. This kid comes up in his little golf cart with like a 2.5 that they had caught at another pond, because there's other ponds in the area, but I wanted to fish this one. It just looked the best to me. I mean, this bank over here looks really good. And dude, I'm thinking, how long did they have that fish out of the water? They must have had a cooler or something, dude. But like, he just comes up to where I just caught that last fish and like throws like this 2.5 pound bass just into the water. He just like threw him. He didn't set him down. He didn't release him. Like, just set him in the water. I mean, he like chucked the fish. The fish was doing somersaults in the air, and he's like looking at me the entire time, like just staring at me. I'm looking at him right back. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I see he has a fish in his hand. I'm like, what the? And and then he throws it in this pond. I mean, the other pond that I saw looked really dry, so maybe they're like rescuing them or something and trying to put them in here. I have no clue, but I'm like, what the hell is going on? That's the weird, dude, that's never happened to me before. And not a word was said either. Like, in that whole interaction, not one word was said. The dude, the kid, well, he's younger than me. And if y'all know, I'm in college, but he was younger than me, and he was just looking at me. Didn't say a word. I mean, it was a good sized fish too, bigger than the one that I caught. Probably like a 2.5, maybe pushing 3. And he just looks at me. Dude, that was weird, bro. I mean, he just hurled this fish into the water too. Like, threw him in. Like, underhand chuck, softball pitch, threw this bass into this pond. There's a fish too. There's a fish. There we go. That's another good one too. That's a good one. That's bigger than the one we caught, actually. Get up here. Come on. That's not a bad one at all. Hello, Mr. Bass. We will take you. Number 2 on the ChatterBait. That's bigger than the last one that we caught. This is actually about the size of the fish that they threw into this pond. Look at this, just pressure. That's all it was. Barely hooked him. That is a very healthy fish. That is a very healthy fish. All right, now we're talking. Got a little bit of that black lipstick on. Now we're freaking talking. All right, gonna go ahead, send you back. This fish is mean, dude. He is full of spunk, bro. Oh my gosh. There he goes. Kind of navigating through that grass at the bottom. Yes, dude, we're starting to figure him out now. We are starting to figure him out now. That's what I'm freaking talking about. Oh man. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a few casts with my top water just to see if I can get some fish to eat on top, because that'd be pretty cool. But if not, we're gonna hop on Google Maps again, because I haven't caught any more fish. I haven't gotten any more bites, and I fished pretty much all the pond that I can. Some of the area of this pond is restricted because some of it's private property and it's in people's backyards, and I'm obviously not trying to interfere with that private property. So yeah, we're gonna throw a couple casts with the top water. Hopefully we can get one more to blow up at this spot, because that would be pretty sick if we could get a top water eat in today's video. But if not, we got one more spot we can try, but we got to hurry because the sun's going down. We are limited with the time that we have. So yeah, let's go ahead and pick up the top water and chuck and wind for a little bit, and then hop back on Google Maps. All right, let's hop back on maps and let's find another spot, because like I've been saying, we are running out of time. All right, so here we are, this little blue dot right here. And it looks like there's just a pond right up here, and even another one that we might be able to try, but it looks like there's houses around that one. So we're gonna go ahead, drop the pin right here, just right up the street. Maybe take a few casts, maybe catch a couple if we get lucky. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do from here, and I'll see you guys at spot number 3. Here we are. Let's go. I mean, we don't got much time, so let's take as many casts as we can. We've made it to spot number 2. Bringing one rod. I mean, this is a pretty big pond. I didn't think it'd be this big, actually. Bringing just the ChatterBait. Dude, this pond looks good, man. That bank, that far bank over there, this dock, I mean, there's a lot of good looking points in this pond. And yeah, let's go ahead and get after it. Got some salad, some cabbage. A lot of salad down there, huh? All right, nothing the good old ChatterBait can't handle. Oh, we just got throttled, dude. I just got freaking sat on out there. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a fish for sure. I just broke off, dude. How big was that fish? Wouldn't be a Rob and Reel video without a break off, wouldn't it? Luckily, we got some more chatterbaits. Good. Dude, I don't know what's going on with me now, but I have been breaking off so much, and this is like not old line either. Either that fish was like an 8, or I just set the hook into the biggest boulder on the face of Earth. Luckily, I got one more chatterbait, so I'm gonna hurry up, tie it on, and just keep at it. I mean, I'm not gonna let that discourage me too much, even though we may have just lost my personal best. Not actually. It didn't feel like that big of a bite. I just don't really know what happened there, honestly. But yeah, we're just gonna keep at it, keep fishing the chatterbait. I mean, we're about to head out of here anyways. Come on, man, if we could just get one more before we gotta call it a day. Just one more fish. One more fish and I'll be good. I'm just thinking about that big fish that we saw in the bed at the first spot, man. That was a big fish. That was a nice one. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Good fish, good fish. Oh my gosh, yes. Come here. Yes, dude. Let's go, man. Third fish of the day. Probably ties for our biggest. That's what I'm freaking talking about. On the chatterbait. Oh my gosh. You gotta freaking love this, dude. Chatterbait bite is freaking on. Another pretty nice one. All these fish are about the same size. None of them are super huge, man, but I am absolutely loving this. I am loving this. Take care, my friend. Soft little release. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving, man. This little nugget right here, freaking killed it today at these new Google Maps spots. But also shout out to Google Maps, man, for introducing me to some new juicy bass holes. I'm definitely gonna come back to some of these spots because these ponds looked really healthy. And even in that creek, in that lake, we didn't catch any fish, but we saw some absolute mammoths. With that being said, I just kind of wanted to wrap things up real quick before it gets too dark for me to film my outro. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was definitely a challenge. It wasn't easy at first, obviously, because I was at the first spot and worked up that creek and didn't have a single bite. We saw some fish, which kind of kept my mind where it needed to be. It kept me motivated to keep fishing. But yeah, obviously we didn't get any bites at the first spot. We came to the second spot. The chatterbait came through and cranked 2 for us, one of which being a really nice fish. And then we came to this third spot right here behind me, and we caught that third and final bass of the day. So yeah, I figured I'd give this Google Maps challenge a try because I'm fishing kind of a new area that's not very familiar to me. I mean, I would say that this Google Maps challenge overall was most definitely a success. With that being said, if you guys liked what you saw, I would appreciate if you went down, left a big old thumbs up for your boy. Really means a lot, helps out the channel a ton. Maybe even considered subscribing. That would help too, but I'm not forcing you. Obviously, I can't because that would be considered holding somebody hostage, I guess. I don't know. We're getting off track. I don't want to ramble any longer. I don't want to keep you guys any longer than I need to. But one more time, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, chatterbait came through mega. Go ahead and pick you up one if you haven't already. Go around and throw it. It gets nips. But that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next week. Peace.